Hi everybody, Cruisin with Colemans here. I'm Brian.
Hey, I'm Michelle.
And we are back from our Camino. We spent the summer in Portugal and Spain walking, and it was really awesome. But we were so excited to be back because
we got back in the RV.
We did get back to the RV. We did a bunch of camping in September and October after school started. We realized that there were a whole bunch of projects that we wanted to get done. So we did some demolition inside our RV, which was terrifying.
Well, and honestly, to backtrack, some people had been asking, I thought you guys were selling your RV.
That's true. We had talked about selling and decided that we really didn't want to. We decided that it just wasn't the best financial decision for us, most importantly. But also, we really love our RV. We really love CC.
We do. There's a lot of things that we love about it. The size isn't too big. We found a perfect nook for the cats, the litter box. And so that is major if you travel with cats. Finding a place for that litter box so that it's not a part of your life, but it's a part of the cat's life is important. And so we had to figure out what we were going to do so that we could live in this RV, because we live in the RV for at least 3 to 4 months out of our whole entire year. So
not consecutively.
Not consecutively, but we live in it probably closer to 4 or 5 months a year.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time in it. So we had a bunch of renovations that we wanted to work on, some modifications, some actual demolition too. So we decided what better opportunity doing all that work to make that kind of our next series of videos on YouTube. So in the winter here, we are going to be doing some traveling, and we are going to have some travel videos interspersed over the next couple of months. Yeah. But really our big deal that we've been working on and what you're going to be seeing a lot of are RV modifications and renovations.
Well, and if you're following us on Instagram or Facebook, you know that we've been doing this. And you've probably been waiting for the actual video, because we've heard people say, I want to see what you guys did. So we're taking our time to do this because that helps us get through the school year. YouTube is still new to us, and finding the time during the academic years is tough.
So let's give you kind of an overview today about some of the things that we're going to be coming up with and seeing in the coming months. So one of the first things that we worked on was a new backup camera modification.
Was this backup camera a necessary thing?
The backup camera wasn't really a necessary thing, but it was something that we both kind of really wanted, because it will just make our life a whole lot easier as we're working.
They make a shirt. Forgive me for things I said while backing up the RV.
It's true. So, and we might have some interesting and intense discussions while backing up. But we do put this backup camera on the back of the RV, which I was really excited. Did not involve drilling any new holes.
And then we moved into the inside of the RV. That was really the major thing outside. We've got a couple other little things with stabilization, but then we moved into the use of those sink covers and what we could do with the sink covers.
So we never used our sink covers, so we decided to turn them into some added counter space. And you can see here a little bit of that project as we were putting in those extensions. And that's going to be one video just on the backup camera and another video just on these extensions and how you could do this too.
And just doing quite a few short videos is really, I think, ideal for people who are just searching on YouTube for how to do this one thing. So we didn't want to combine too many things, because we know that those kind of videos get a little too long.
And they don't suit everybody's interests.
Right.
So we're going to split them up into separate videos to make everybody, you can find what you want and skip the ones that you're not really interested in.
And then comes the big demolition.
So this was the big thing. We have this dinette set in our RV, which was nice, and we liked it for games and things, but it was just so big. It took up more than half of the space of our slide out, and really limited us in what we could do. So we tore that mother out.
and repurposed quite a bit of it.
And repurposed quite a bit of the pieces, and we're going to show you about those.
We're still in the process of doing that as of today. So yeah.
So we are excited about repurposing some of these pieces, which you're going to see as some surprise videos that we're not even talking about here today. But we tore out the dinette set, bought a new dining room table and chairs from IKEA, put that together, put it into the space, and then also got some recliners.
And then we put up new wallpaper. And we are shocked at how much this wallpaper complements the rest of the RV and really stands out in that one space.
Yeah, it made a huge difference in our slide out area. Now, couple of other little projects we did. We didn't take great video of them. They were smaller projects.
Plus, YouTube is new.
And we kind of forgot.
I kind of want to be like a student and use that whole "I'm just a student" all the time.
It's our first year.
We're new.
So Michelle did blog about a couple of projects that you can find, and we'll put the link in the description here.
Yeah, we blogged about putting in a new sink and faucet and just how that worked. There were some tricks to that, but it certainly is much nicer. And then we put in the shelf underneath the cabinet, which we were going to use for one purpose, but now we've got another purpose for that space. So that's really exciting.
All right, so moving back to the outside of the RV on a couple of days that were nice. Actually, this project took place over a couple of different weeks, and that was new stabilizer bars. We ended up not having all of the hardware that we needed, so we had to make an extra run out to get some more bolts that would fit. But we added some stabilizer bars to the RV. We put them in the back corner from now, and we're also going to try to add some to our front corner of the RV. Still trying to work out exactly where they're going to go. So by the time that video gets out, hopefully I'll have that project completed.
That project took a little bit longer than we thought it was going to. That one was tough. And
yeah.
We thought we'd have stabilization on both ends, but we still only have it on the back end, which has made a huge difference.
It has, and like I said, I just have to figure out exactly how I need to attach them to the front end because the shape of the RV and access to the bolts isn't.
But hopefully that'll be a good YouTube video for people.
And then another project that ended up being a little bit more than we thought at first.
A lot more.
Was putting in fantastic fans. So we installed 2 fantastic fans, one in our bathroom, which was a breeze to put in, and then we put one in the front in the bedroom, which was a little bit more challenging because there wasn't power run to that vent to begin with.
I think it was more challenging because we were YouTubing it.
Well, that could have also been, having a camera makes everything take twice as long.
Yeah.
So you can see here, tearing out that old vent, putting a hole in the RV, praying that it didn't rain because they were kind of calling for rain the next afternoon. So we were kind of trying to rush through it to make sure we didn't get wet inside.
But it's fantastic.
Installing the electricity and doing everything else ended up working out really, really well in the end.
Yeah, I think we're going to really be pleased with it this summer.
And then we also put 2 brand new vent covers over those fans. The old covers on our old vents just had deteriorated in just 2 years. They were really cracking and falling apart and were just really bad. So this new fantastic fan should be a big improvement for not only our ventilation, but also just our general comfort, because now we really feel like we know we have a rain-proof system
Covers
in place.
Stuff, yeah.
All right, so the last thing we are going to talk about today, we don't want to leave you with nothing today on this video. So the last thing we're going to talk about is USB charging stations. They are notoriously bad in RVs. It seems like everybody complains about them, that they don't work, that they're not insecure.
The wires are backwards. The wires aren't plugged in. I mean, we found...
And we had all those problems.
We found a host of problems.
We had 2 different USB ports in our RV, one in our bedroom for your phones specifically, and then we have another charging station in the living room area. And we've replaced both of them. The one we did quite a while ago, so we didn't videotape it. But I did videotape putting in the new 4-charger station. So we're going to end today's video with that information, showing how to put that in. It was actually a piece of cake. It was really simple to do. And we are working on our charging station today as another modification. This is the charging station that came with our RV, and it worked for a while, and then it kind of just stopped working. And I tried to replace it once before, but didn't realize that I needed a 12-volt charging station instead of a regular residential one. So the one that I bought at Home Depot didn't actually work out right. So we found a new one on Amazon. I'll get it. It's right here. It looks like this. It's Magnedyne, and have no idea if it's going to be the right one or not, but we think it will work. And it's got the charging station, it's got the plate cover, and hopefully it's going to be what we need. It's pretty dark in here right now because we got the power turned off. Whenever you're doing any electrical work, always make sure you turn your power off first. We left our shore power on, but I took out all the breakers so that nothing that's working on 12 volt is currently working, so I don't have any power running to these lines. Here we go. All right, so I have the old charging station out. I have the new charging station ready to go in. So if you've ever done any electrical wiring, you know you've got a red and a black. The red is your active power, and the black is your ground. On an RV system, on a 12-volt system, you've got blue and white, which can be a little confusing. The white is your ground, and your blue is your active line, your positive line. So that's how we're going to hook things back up here. Now, by the way, when I worked on this before and I tried to replace it the first time, these had little crimp nuts on them that were locked, so I'd already cut those off, had already stripped the wires back. So that is a step that you'd have to do if you were doing this for the first time. I have some of these nuts that I already had from home. So you're going to need some wire nuts. This power did not come with them, so you would need those if you were doing this on your own, or a crimping system. Just regular old residential electric nuts would work just fine. So now everything kind of goes back in, and I am going to turn the power back on just to check it to make sure that it works before I seal it back up. All right, we've got the power back on. We used a cell phone charger to check to make sure that everything was working. Now we just have to screw it all back in and make it look right. So everything's back in. The only problem we have right now is that the old charging station was a little bit bigger than the current charging station. So I've got a couple of holes here at the top. So I just need to get some wood putty to fill those in, and then things will look a little more finished. All right, so now that you know how to change a USB port, I hope you go out there and do that project. Don't be afraid of
rewire your RV. It's important.
It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So make sure you hit the like button on this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel to make sure you get notifications for anything that comes up on our YouTube channel, because that helps us out.
And if you want all of this entertainment and more, you can check out our Facebook page and Instagram. We're there on social media. And so check us out.
Bye.